Hi, my name is Sidra Shams, and I'm an elementary school teacher here in Canada. Today I want to talk about the current crisis in our education system here in Ontario. Premier Doug Ford and his government have proposed a number of substantial cuts to our education system. Since November, teachers across Ontario have been taking a stand for education's future in our country. We have been participating in rotating strikes, walkouts, and in some cases, full withdrawal of services. The current strike is a result of proposed cuts to our education system, including larger class sizes, which would increase the teacher-to-student ratio. We are asking Ontario Premier Doug Ford and Education Minister Stephen Lecce to back down and rescind the proposed cuts to education, which would affect students, parents, and our community directly in a very negative way. Right now, we have a full-day kindergarten education program in Ontario, which was built to be a team effort between a teacher and a DECE in the classroom. The current government is proposing cuts that would require teachers to be alone in the classroom with upwards of 30 students at a time. These are students who have varying needs and special education requirements that cannot be met by a teacher who is responsible for several students at a time. We need our educator partners in our classrooms to help the future of our country grow and be successful, not only in schools, but outside of schools, in the community, as they grow older. We want these students to become productive members of society, and that starts with us and with Premier Ford making a change. Premier Ford's cuts would also cut funding directly to educational assistants that work in our classrooms to help support students with special needs. That would result in teachers being in the classroom as the only adult and educator for 20 to 30 students. Some cases there are more with varying needs. Today's classrooms require more than desks and chairs. We are the second home to our students. We are not in this for the money. We are here because we believe that we can make a change. In this fight, we are saying, hands off kindergarten. Leave full-day kindergarten alone. Teachers and DECEs need each other in order to provide the correct learning conditions for all children in our schools. The unfortunate reality of today's classrooms is that teachers, DECEs, educational assistants, and any other educators in the building are dealing with children whose needs are not being met. These children then turn to violence in the classroom towards adults, towards their peers, in order to express their needs and express themselves in a way that they see fit. This is a symptom of a much bigger problem. When a child in kindergarten, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, and so on, goes to class and is not surprised to see a violent child throwing desks, biting their teacher, kicking, punching their peers, that is a huge problem in our society that we need to address as a nation. We are already way behind in meeting the needs of our diverse student population. Why then does this government want to make more cuts to funding? We believe that education is a right. We believe that education is an investment, not an expense. If the government wants to cut funding and cut expenses, education is not the place to look. For months, educators in Ontario have been sacrificing their income in order to go out there and picket in public places, in our communities, in order to let people know what is really going on in the classrooms. We are having a very difficult time convincing Doug Ford and Stephen Lecce to come forward and return to the bargaining table to discuss our needs and the needs of our students. Teachers in Ontario 20 years ago fought the Mike Harris government and walked out and sacrificed their own paycheck in order to fight for our rights today. Now, 20 years later, educators across Ontario are coming together to tell this government, we will not back down. We are here because we are passionate about our students and we care about the health and well-being of our children. The way that the education system is set up in Ontario is that teachers have a right to bargain with the government for each update to their collective agreement. In an ideal situation, we could return to our classes full-time, providing the extracurricular activities that we are currently choosing to forego, providing our students with extra help, being able to communicate with parents in our class. Our last collective agreement expired in August 2017. From August 2017 to August 2019, we have been working based on an extension agreement, and that expired in August 2019. We are currently fighting with the government for our right to a collective agreement that meets the needs of the education system today. In an ideal situation, the current government leaders would pick up the phone and listen to the educators that are shaping our children and our nation. We want full-day kindergarten. We want our DECEs by our side. We want special education workers and education assistants in our classrooms for those children who need it. The current classroom is very diverse. We are dealing with quiet children, shy children, excited children, children with developmental delays, children with special needs, children who are on the autism spectrum, children who express themselves through violence, children who are afraid of violence, children who are overstimulated, children who are understimulated. In such a classroom, it would be very difficult without the help of our teaching partners to provide exactly what each child needs with only so many teaching minutes in one day. We believe that full integration should include the various programs that are required for each child to be successful. We are here to let these children know that we want what they need. We want what is best for them. We want our government to stop jeopardizing the future of all of our children and come to the bargaining table now. Because education is under provincial jurisdiction in our country, this means we may take a stand at a local government level as well. If you live in Canada, please contact your local MPP's office and ask them, what are they waiting for? If you would like more information, please visit buildingbetterschools.ca. To all the parents and community members that have been supporting us from the beginning, thank you. Thank you for meeting us on the picket lines when we were freezing and providing us with hot coffee, hand warmers. Your love and appreciation for our task and our big responsibility as the teachers of a generation is truly appreciated. If you are not in Canada, it would be extremely helpful to us if you could spread the word, share this video, tell your friends and family what is going on in our country today. This is a crisis. Our children are currently suffering, and they will suffer more with more cuts to education. Education cuts hurt kids, but they hurt everyone because the kids are our future. Please stand with us, ETFO Strong. Use hashtag ETFOStrong to share your thoughts. I would like to thank GlobeUps for giving us the opportunity to share our story with the world. Your hard work is making a change to our future. Believe me. I'd like to add a note about teacher salaries. I believe Ontario Dad said it best on Twitter. 80% of the teachers in Ontario are women, yet their salary is 6% less than an average male's salary. Keep in mind that the average male salary in this case refers to a male with a single bachelor's degree, whereas teachers in Ontario are required to have 2 bachelor's degrees. In addition, we pay for our own professional development courses in order to move up the pay grid. I've always said that this is a job only for those that are extremely passionate about children and their success. If watching this video made you change your attitude towards educators today, thank you.